Well, Happy New Year, being. Happy 2012 to you and yours. I hope you're not waiting for some sort of New Year's advice from me. I think you know I'm not much of an advice giver. And yet, it is a particularly special time of the year for many, many people. And so, of course, I want to just kind of look at New Year's and this phenomenon and what we call New Year's through the lens of our concepts just a little bit. Why? Because that's what we do here. So, you know, I think about this moment that everybody's focused on, a moment. And even if it's not literally the second when 11:59 turns into 12 a.m. and 11:59 p.m. turns into 12 a.m. and we've got a new year. We can even expand that out to this moment, this time of year, whether it's the few days leading up to the end of the year and the first few days of the new year. But this time where we are focused in one way or another on kind of where we've been, and for many people, where it is we want to go in the coming year. So nothing crazy here, other than I think that first and foremost, the concept of being present is really, really helpful when we think especially about where we've been, especially if where we've been is not so much to our liking, and we'd rather not have been there, or we'd rather not be there. And so it's important to remember when it comes to this kind of stuff that when we're really practicing presence, be present, we remember that there is no future, there is no past, and we are fresh and new in this moment. We've talked about this before, but it's the idea that hanging on to shame, guilt, frustration, bitterness, resentment, anything like that, that's from the past, is not only unhealthy energetically in terms of weighing us down, it's just a simple violation of being present. Being present means we're present right here, right now. You are watching this video right now. There's nothing of import that was happening before, and there's nothing that you know that's going to happen later. You're just doing this. I'm sitting here doing this in a different moment from when you are watching. And all that matters right now is me, right here, looking at, pretending it's you, but it's a camera, and talking. No past, no future, right here. So it's the same when we think about the new year. It doesn't matter where we've been. It just doesn't matter. Sometimes it's interesting to look at it and see and decide, okay, well that was really good, and that was not so good, and I want to, and I'll change some stuff. So then the question is, well, where are we going from here? And now we're talking about intentions, we're talking about beliefs, and engaging the law of attraction in a conscious manner, for the most part. If we're talking about resolutions of any kind, that's what we're talking about. Now, when we move into resolutions, it's a word that just gets thrown around and thrown around and thrown around, and many of you know that I prefer to take the word resolution and just convert it into intention and go from there, and go about the process, as you know how to do, of setting intentions. And there's a whole big difference between a resolution and an intention, for most people, the way most people talk about resolutions. So remembering that just present moment, this is all we have. It doesn't matter at all what's gone down in the past. And again, especially if it's stuff that's just unpleasant. And then where do we want to go from here? Oh, okay, I'm going to engage the law of attraction in a conscious manner. I'm going to get clear about what it is I'm wanting. I'm going to clarify all of those into a nice, shiny intention that's all in present tense language and chock full of emotion, knowing that my thoughts are electric, my feelings are magnetic, and as I organize all of that, the universe can deliver to me, quote unquote, those things that I'm wanting to be or do or have. And as we press down the accelerator of intention, we sometimes find that our foot is going on the brake at the exact same time, or immediately after. And what is all that material that's on the brake, that's slowing us down, that's clogging the works, that's preventing us from really getting anywhere, even when our intention is shining and clear, is worry, doubt, fear, anxiety, concern, whatever you want to call it. I call it beliefs. And so it's a matter, of course, just, and again, this is nothing new, but as we're charting a course for a new year, as we're thinking in terms of resolutions or hopefully intentions, just a little quick reminder of what those things are about. So the new year, the Happy New Year, I was going to say, it's an interesting idea too. When we think of this idea of happy, we always say Happy New Year. And so what is happiness? How do we get that? Where does it come from? And how can we make sure that once we get some, we can really hold on to it, right? Well, of course, happiness is what? It's a choice. We simply choose to be happy. Living a happy life, being a happy person, does not mean that you will not have experiences during which you feel feelings on the spectrum of human emotion that many of us might call negative. We might have an experience that makes us feel sad. You can be sad and be a happy person. You can have a happy new year and have sadness in that year. The same for grief, the same for anything. Depression even. Happiness is a choice. I say, I wake up, I choose to be a happy person. I choose to have a happy life. And then I decide what that means to me, and now I'm creating intentions and I'm moving on. But Happy New Year, happiness is nothing more than a choice. So as you think about Happy New Year, as you think about what Happy New Year means to you, I think it's very helpful to remember that it's not just going to come, and it's not something that you pray for and hope will arrive. It's something that you choose. Choices abound. I've heard that somewhere. So happiness is one of those things that we choose. So, Happy New Year. I truly wish for you every magnificent, wonderful thing you wish for yourself, and then some. I know that you know what we're talking about here. I am most grateful to you for your appreciation of spiritual workout, and I look forward to a fantastic and dynamic 2012 with you. So until then, not until then, it is then. So starting now, Happy New Year. Peace.